Jameson, famous art appraiser and director of the Gorka Institute in Barcelona. Mrs. Jameson is one of the key drivers of the extensive price fixing that takes place in the art world. Her callous approach to the fine arts business has destroyed countless galleries and resulted in the suicides of several artists ruined by her actions. 2 weeks ago, Jameson hired a gang of thieves to steal a valuable painting from a former client. Jameson aims to impress adventurer Blake Nathaniel with the stolen artwork. But the owner has discovered her involvement and hired the ICA to retire her and retrieve her personal notebook. The client wants Jameson eliminated before the artwork is revealed, so time is of the essence. Good luck, 47.
Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244, welcome to the Elusive Target called The Appraiser, which was reactivated today. I've already done a guide on this before, however I'm going to be doing a slightly different strategy on this, and I'm going to show you the old strategy as well at the end of this. So, for those of you that haven't got less equipment, go and watch that second method or watch the link in the description. But the first method, I'm going to be using the warehouse location and all your default items from that point. Like I said, if you don't have this location unlocked, I highly recommend you watch the second part of the video. So for the very first part, we waited for that guard to turn before we exited the room, and we threw a coin in this corner over here after the door was closed behind us, and that is going to distract this guy over here, the custodian. Once he's distracted, we're going to go ahead and shoot that little tap right there. Just shoot it once so the gas just starts coming out. Once that's happened here, we're going to make sure we crouch here and go through this window. And we're going to press our body against this box right here. Now, if you're feeling risky, you can go up to that book right there, which is what we need to go and grab. You can go and grab it straight away before this woman turns her back towards you. But it's entirely up to you if you want to rush there and go straight to it. It depends on how much time you actually have. But for me, and for this method, I'm going to make sure that we are guaranteed to get this item without any issues. And unfortunately, we do have to listen to a bunch of dialogue, and because this woman starts talking to this guy right here, and it lasts for quite a while, and then the target will come in the room. She will go through her dialogue, and then once she finally leaves the room, that will give us a chance to go and grab the book. But overall, it doesn't matter to the length of the strategy, because we have to go through all this stuff anyway, because we need to get the target through this room anyway, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's just a bit frustrating that we have to sit through this dialogue. But again, the woman has her back to you again. But if you rush over there while the target's coming in, she will spot you when she's next to that book because she becomes an enforcer. So I wouldn't recommend going for it there. I advise you just wait this out and wait for all of the dialogue to complete before you go ahead and move on.
At least 10 additional million. Should also help out the demand on the rest of his work. God, I'm tired of looking at all that old junk.
So now she's exited the room. We're just going to wait for that enforcer in the room to have her back turned to us. As soon as she does, that's when we're going to go straight for the book. You should have plenty of time for going for this one, so you shouldn't have to worry too much. Once we grab that book, that's one of the objectives down, and now we are going to head to an exit. First of all, we're going to take out the evidence as well, just in case any one of you got spotted. So here's the evidence, so you can go ahead and shoot that through the window, and then climb down here. Once we've edged along this ledge right here, then drop down. Just watch out for that guard down there. He is an enforcer while you're on this wall, so just make sure you don't get spotted while you're on this wall here. Once you do drop down, however, you are no longer in a trespassing area, and you are now free to get through the area unscathed. So all we're literally doing at this point is going straight to the boat exit. You can choose any exit you want to, however this is probably the safest one to get to, because the place where you started off and where you spawned in, There is an extra guard in there, so it's just one person you need to worry about once you go in there. But there you go, as you can see, the target took care of itself in the end. So basically she went off and made a phone call, and then she smokes a cigarette, and then she basically lights herself on fire. And that's the end of her. So what we're doing now is just heading straight to the exit here. And it's a nice, easy silent assassin for the appraiser. It's just as simple as that, really. And for the next part, I'm going to be showing you the method that I used. Was it last year or the year before when it first came out? It's a slight, it's the same way of taking her out. However, it's just a different start location and stuff like that. So here it is. We started in the chapel and we brought along a lockpick. So the lockpick is unlocked in the training missions. So you should be able to already have a lockpick. And the chapel is unlocked at mastery level 3 on the Ark Society in Isle of Sgail. So really that simple, really. So once we've started this start location here, we're going to head down to the tower, climb down the stairs, drop off here, climb down the next set of stairs, and we're going to need to lockpick the door at the bottom of the steps. Just make sure that guard at the background there has walked away before you enter the door, because you don't want to get him. We don't want him spotting you as you're lockpicking that door right there as you're coming through, because we are in a trespassing area at the moment. As we leap out the window, we're going to need to create a distraction after we've taken out the evidence. So take the evidence out first, make sure we don't get spotted there. Shoot the shot there, and then we're going to turn on this generator. And then make sure to turn it back off again. And once we've done that, we're going to hide in this crate. So what that's done is just distracted one of the custodians to come over here to check out the generator. So once he's done that, we're going to exit to the crate right here, as soon as he has his back turned. And then we're going to go ahead and subdue him. Once we've done that, we're going to put his body in the crate and then grab his disguise. So now we're at pretty much the same point as we was in the first part of the video. So what we're actually going to do is go and set that the target kill up first now. So the change I've noticed, I think this custodian is now here for Hitman 2 for the reactivation. I don't think he was there for the first one, but I think he's there now. So we need to distract him by throwing a coin in that corner there. And as soon as he moves away, that's when we can pull out our pistol and shoot the tap there. Again, only shoot it once, so the gas comes out. Because if you shoot it again, it will explode. So only shoot it once. So now, last but not least, we need to go and make sure we grab the book now. The woman is now going to have this conversation with this guy, but it's going to get interrupted by the target being here, so that's good timing for us. So again, we just need to wait for the appraiser to finish her dialogue and pass through this room before we can go ahead and grab that book that we need. So once this target's left now, the enforcer in the room should walk past this guy in front of us and then have her back to us, so we can quickly and safely grab that book. There we go.
Excellent, 47.
So once you've grabbed that, now you can head to basically any exit you choose to. I'm going to go through the same exit as I did in the previous part, and we're just going to just dive down here. Again, just watch out for the guard down the bottom. Like I said, he is an enforcer. While you're on this wall, you are in a hostile area while you're on this wall. So just make sure he don't spot you while you're up here. So like I said, I'd have to drop down pretty quickly there before he spotted us. You may as well just wait for the guard to walk back into this area before dropping down, just in case. But that is all you need to worry about from this point. And all we have to do now is just get straight to the exit and we're done. Again, two strategies there. They're pretty much identical apart from the start location and the see with the custodian start location, you need a high mastery level. I think it's what, mastery level 14 or something like that. So that's the reason why I showed you the second method as well, because you only need to be mastery level 3 at Isle of Sgail, and at this point you should be mastery level 3 by now, surely. But as you should see there, the target has just died, so we can now safely exit on this boat here and get out of here. If this is your first Silent Assassin, you should unlock your is it Terminus suit, I think it is. And if it's the first time you've done a Elusive Target on Isle of Sgail, which I think it is, because I think we only have one. I mean, we had two. So if this is your first one though, you will get the Isle of Sgail suits with the gloves and stuff, and you'll get the Silent Assassin rating. Nice and easy, nice and simple. So this is the suit you should unlock: the tuxedo, mask, and gloves. And that is pretty much going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel, and hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams, and consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or clicking the link in the description. And I really do appreciate all the support. I know I'm not being uploading much, but unfortunately there's not a lot of content out there at the moment for Hitman 2, but I'm hoping there will come through in the future. But I think I'll probably cover the Elusive Target every now and then, but it just depends on, you know, how well received this video is and stuff like that. But I'm going to continue to do Silent Assassin suit onlys on the other videos as well, for the other locations, and that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.